Hello everybody. I am going to be sharing with you just a quick card. I don't know, I just wanted to create something, so I figured a card would be perfect because they are pretty fast, and I wanted to play around with my Tonic Studios aqua markers or aqua flow markers. I got them from Tonic Studios a while back, and I just haven't had a chance to play around with them. And I thought the Concord and Ninth mandala stamp set was going to be perfect for this, and I am using the Tim Holtz stamp platform because I need to be able to line the stamps up perfectly, and I am using some Bristol watercolor paper, and then I'm stamping with Versamark ink because I'm going to be using embossing powder. And this is the little layer, so there's I think 3 or 4 different layers to this bigger mandala image, and you can layer them, you can use them one at a time. I do use this little one a couple times just by itself, and then I do end up stamping I think 3 for like the main image. And I really like these images. They're really intricate, and I am using the Ranger super fine embossing powder because these are so intricate. I want to make sure that the embossing powder gets on all of the lines and it's not too chunky, so it, everything looks really nice. So I'm using a heat tool to heat set this and melt that embossing powder. And then when I start to use the markers, it will actually act as a resist. So as you see here, this is a larger one, and I'm going to stamp this one first. And again, I'm using the Versamark ink, and you can use any embossing ink pad that you have. And then I'll stamp the second one. You do have to move around the stamps just a little bit to make sure that they line up properly. I didn't show this in camera because my head was covering it, so there wasn't really much to show. But it's actually pretty easy, and for myself, I'm not that worried if it's just a tad bit off. If you like things a little bit more perfect, you could definitely take your time and line them up a little bit better. And now I am going to take the water aquaflow marker pen. I can't remember if it's a pen or a marker. Anyways, I add a little bit of water, and then now I'm adding the color. You see it's right here. It is Aqua Splash, and it's gorgeous color. So I'm just adding a little bit here and there to the mandalas. I'm not, I'm not trying to win an award for coloring or anything. I just want to get that color on there. So again, I add a little bit of water, and then I will add the color. So I'm just going to continue to do this, and I will be back shortly. Alright, so now I have a second color, and this one is the lemon zest, and I wanted to create a little bit of like a lime green color, and so that's why I am mixing the yellow with the blue. and it turned out really pretty, I think. And I'm not very meticulous on getting the colors exactly perfect or anything. I do have a video on my channel. I will link it in the upper right hand corner, and I take my time using these zig markers and very meticulous, and it took a long time to do one time. But for this card, I wanted it to be, more of like a watercolor look and a little bit more messy and not so perfect. So I am coloring the larger image with the aqua splash, and then I will go in with a little bit of that lemon zest and kind of mix them together to create that green, that like lime green color. I think it looks really pretty. So I'm just continuing to mix the colors together until I like how it looks, and I'll go into the other images as well a little bit. And I do believe that Tonic Studios did come out with some new colors, which I'm super excited about. So hopefully I can get my hands on those. Lots and lots of amazing things from Tonic Studios that I saw in videos from Creativation. So it's super exciting to be able to work with these products and such a wonderful company. So I am taking a sentiment and I'm stamping with Versamark onto some vellum card or vellum paper. And then I'm taking some Tonic Studios embossing powder. It's jet black, I believe. And then I'm going to heat set that, and it just says congratulations. And I'm not too worried. It did come out a little bit splattered, I guess. I mean, there was a little bit of specks of the embossing powder on the vellum where it shouldn't have been, but I'm not too worried. Again, this is a little bit of a messy card. And I fold over the vellum so that it wraps around. I use some glossy accents in a little bottle, precision bottle, to adhere that vellum. Now I'm going to be adding some Nuvo crystal drops, but instead of adding them straight to my card or my project, I like to actually add them to a craft mat first, and then I just pick them up and add them with some glossy accents after they're dry. I get a little bit worried that I'm going to mess up, so that's why I like to do it that way. And now I'm just, well, I did adhere my card front to some vellum, and I did cut it with a Lawn Fawn rectangle stitch die just to add a little bit more interest to the card. And now I'm adding some splatters with the aqua splash color, and just to kind of mimic the messiness of the embossing powder when I stamped and embossed the sentiment, and just to give it a little bit more messy look. So I'm adding the watercolor paper onto the card base, which is just some regular cardstock. And I'm using the Aquaflow shimmer pen, which I saw that they came out with a gold one, and I cannot wait to get my hands on that one as well. This just gives a little bit of shimmer, and I've said this before, I'm not, a glitter person. I'm not that much into shimmer and shine. If I can get things in matte, I will. But the shimmer aqua pen from Tonic Studios just adds the tiniest little bit of shimmer. It's just perfect. So I am now adding those Nuvo drops, and you could see I'm using just this little precision, I can't speak today, precision bottle, and I just stick a little bit of the glossy accents in there, and it just gets a little bit on there, and it works perfectly. All right, I am using the Tim Holtz craft pick, I think it's called, and I'm super excited because they came out with a black line of all of Tim Holtz items, like the scissors, everything. So super exciting. Anyway, so I'm just adding them randomly here and there, and then I'm just going to take some black Nuvo Aquaflow pen and just splatter it on just to finish off the card. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was short and sweet. I will definitely be back with some mixed media projects soon. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.